What's up, guys? This is the perfect video for you if you're thinking of buying a home, but you don't know if it's the right time. Or maybe you're thinking about selling a home, but you don't know if it's going to get what it's really worth. And you look back to last year, maybe some of you, and you think, man, the market was hot. I should have sold at that point where I had multiple offers. I would have had multiple offers coming in. Things were just a frenzy. Everyone was just trying to buy a home. Buyers coming in with multiple offers on every property basically. And you're wondering, what's the market like now? Is it a good time to sell? Or maybe is it a good time to buy? This is the video for you guys. So we're gonna talk about the statistics. We're gonna talk about, I know, everyone's favorite subject, right? We're gonna talk about the statistics that the MLS put out just a few days ago. They just came out recently for July of this year, and it's gonna compare this year versus last July. We're going to talk about the differences. We're going to talk about what that means for you guys. And you guys are going to be able to know better, okay, is it a good time for me to buy a home? Is it a good time for me to sell a home? So yeah, that's what I'm going to give you guys in this video. So we're going to start off with new construction. So the housing affordability index, and I'm going to be looking to the right a little bit, reading the notes I took on this, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on everything. So that housing affordability index went up, which means that housing for new construction is actually more affordable on average for the average family than it was this time last year. And we're gonna get more into why that is soon. But basically what it means is, on average, more families are able to qualify for the loans that they need to close on these new construction homes. So that's obviously amazing. So yeah, over the last 12 months, on average, the index was 81 for that affordability index. Last month it was 83. It was actually at a high last month, showing that July of 2024 versus the last 12 months has been the most affordable time to buy new construction for many people. It's the most feasible option for the most amount of people. There's also so many more options available now when it comes to new construction than there were over the last year. And so it's more affordable than it's been over the last year, but it's also that there's so many options to choose from for those that do want new construction homes. The numbers look like this. So the number of new listings dropped by 9.3% from 291 last July. That's how many new listings there were, down to 264. But the number of new construction homes are actually up 139 from this time last year, which is 15.4%. That's a huge jump, guys. And this is also something to keep in mind if you're thinking about selling a home, especially in the range of the $400,000 to $500,000 range. Just know that there are a ton of new construction homes available in that price range right now. So you do have a little competition there. People often do like new construction. That's not to say you can't list in that price point, but just something to keep in mind. It does factor into it a little bit. It is a great time to buy new construction, especially at that $450,000 to $550,000 price range. So much inventory is out there. There's less new listings coming up as well, which I'm guessing is because some of the builders are actually slowing down their pace on building a little bit because they want to get rid of inventory. And oftentimes too, when they're trying to get rid of a lot of inventory, they might have better deals. They might have certain financing options they wouldn't usually have. They may have some kind of buyer credits, things like that. I'm not saying that's guaranteed necessarily, but you may see some price reductions, different things like that, just when inventory is so high and these builders want to get rid of the inventory that they have. It's kind of like the car dealership. They don't want cars just sitting on the lot. They want to get rid of what they have, and then they want to build and they want to sell those homes once they get rid of these. There were also less pending sales this July versus last July, meaning that less deals actually went under contract. And so that kind of plays off the inventory increase as well. Less people are buying these new construction homes too, and less are going up, but there's more inventory. And so these factors are all going to work together for the buyer's favor, without a doubt. Actually, we saw this last month. The average close price went down from $490,000 this time last year, in July last year, to $455,000, which is a 7% drop. That's pretty substantial. Closed sales also went up 17.3%. So we saw less going pending, less going under contract, but more sales actually closing the last month that were already under contract. But yeah, I mean, a $35,000 price drop from $490,000 on average for new construction down to $455,000. That shows quite a bit. I think it is what we just talked about. Construction builders wanting to offload some inventory, willing to take more, maybe negotiate lower prices. Willing to take more offers like that. So yeah, less new listings than last year, more closed sales, but less pending sales, less going under contract, and we're seeing lower prices. So I would say at that price range, that 450 to 550,000, that's a good sweet spot, kind of is what it sounds like to me. And even below that, all new construction is driving that average down. So it could also be indicative that maybe more people are buying in that, low to mid to high 300s as well. Maybe there's more desirable homes in that price range as well. I wouldn't be surprised with the total number of inventory for new construction. So I would just say, bottom line, if you're thinking about new construction, there's a lot of options to choose from right now. I would say it's definitely a time to at least look and see what's out there. And chances are you're a lot more likely to qualify than you would have been maybe this time last year. So that's good. Okay, now we're going to get into existing homes that people have actually already lived in before and are up for sale now. So there was actually a 16.3% change in the number of existing homes on the market from the same time last year. And that means 205 more homes available for buyers this July versus last July. That also means more competition, of course, for sellers. Anytime there's more homes on the market, that's more competition. I also do believe, though, that it's indicative of it being a good time for sellers to be putting their homes on the market. Despite there being more than 200 homes hitting the market, there were less that went pending this July versus last July. Less of the homes basically going up on the market coming off. And days on market went up 33% from 9 days on average to 12 days on average, which if you're selling a home and it takes you less than 2 weeks to get it off the market, I mean, personally, I think that's pretty good. Some of you guys might be in a rush to sell right away, and that's definitely still possible. We just listed a home recently. It went up Friday, and then it went under contract Sunday, and that was in Bellevue. Is in the $275 price range. But yeah, still not bad at all for a home to sit 12 days on average and then to sell. I would say homes are still moving quickly. People are still buying them. There's a lot of options for buyers. The other two figures that were drastic changes were inventory of homes going up for sale went up 50.5%. It went from 861 to 1,296, and months supply of inventory going from 1 to 1.6. And what that is basically it's a ratio that tells us how long it would take to sell the existing homes on market at the current rate of sales if no new homes went up. So, okay, new and existing homes combined, we're going to talk about that, the last page of this report. So new listings went up. So last year there were 1,552 in July. This July, 1,730 in the Omaha area, which is an 11.5% change. Pending sales went from 1,116 down to 1,033. So way more listings going up. A drop in pending sales by 7.4% though. Days on market until sale altogether went up from 17 to 20, which is a 17.6% increase. It's a pretty big jump. Inventory of homes for sale went up from 1,766 to 2,340. And that's a 32.5% increase, guys. So if you're buying a home and you want options, you want to explore what all is out there, now is an amazing time to buy, in my opinion, because there's just so much inventory. Homes are sitting a little bit longer than they have been last year. So that does mean that sellers are a bit more motivated. They want to get their homes off the market because they want their homes to sell. And so there may be some room for negotiation in there. Months supply of inventory went up by 33% altogether from 1.8 to 2.4. So yeah, these are some of the big changes. we see the percent of the list price being received about the same, 99.8%. So that's factoring homes that, receive more than list price and then also less, to come up with how much of the list price is actually being received out of the total homes. Average close price, about $363,000 this year. Median close price, $320,000. These are just some of the main figures, guys. So yeah, I think it's an amazing time to buy homes. Like I said, great inventory on the market. Sellers may be a bit more motivated because their homes are sitting a little bit longer and there's more competition. And I think also it's a great time to sell your home as well, to list it if you're thinking about doing that. Homes are still getting good value. More overall people are actually able to afford them. So that does give us a little bit bigger pool of overall buyers because of the housing affordability index going up. Homes aren't really sitting that long on market. 12 days on average for existing homes is nothing crazy. For new construction builders, it's also not too unreasonable. It's not too crazy at all. I would say it's still a good time. We'll see what happens over the next few months. Things could get interesting. Election year is always interesting with real estate. But I would say as of now, things are quite steady, quite stable. Going into the winter, typically, things do just naturally slow down a bit. People don't want to shop as much in the winter. But many kids are back to school now. So there are a lot of activities going on with that. It can be kind of a crazy time of year, but it is still a good time of year, I would say. Winter does tend to be the slowest here in Nebraska. And so selling a home, I would say now is an ideal time. Winter time, it's going to slow down a bit. There's a lot of inventory right now as well. And there may even be more inventory increasing as the months go on, depending on how many new homes we're seeing go up. So I would say now is a great time to buy and sell. I'll keep you guys posted in the future on what else is happening in the market, what that means for you guys. You guys can take the data, apply it how you want to, and make your decisions. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to me. My contact is below. You can give me a call, you can shoot me a text, email, whatever. And I also have my link tree down there, so you can go through that. There's some resources for you guys in there. But subscribe if you like the content. I'm gonna be putting out more stuff like this for you guys, for buyers, for sellers, for people maybe out of state that are thinking, should I move to Nebraska? Should I not? What are the pros? What are the cons? And I'm also gonna be doing more property tours like I've been. I have a few scheduled these next few days, and I'm gonna continue to do quite a few of those, get those out to show you guys what's available, because I know you guys like to see videos walking through properties. Thanks for listening, guys. I hope you guys got value out of it. If you did, please like it so I know. Please also comment what you guys want more videos on, any questions you might have that are related to real estate, and I can make videos on those in the future. And yeah, subscribe to the channel too. I'll be putting out more things like this that I hope will help you guys in the future. All right, see you guys for now.